talk about the disappointing outing of the home-based Eagles yesterday, because Nigeria's hope of progressing in the African Nations Championship came to a crashing halt as Sudan produced a ruthless display to win 4-0 in their second Group D match in Zanzibar yesterday. Eric Charles' men, already under pressure following a narrow 1-0 defeat to Senegal in their opening game, were dismantled by a Sudanese side that combined physicality, power, and incisiveness attacking options. The result leaves Nigeria bottom of the group with no points and no goal. With just a game to spare, they have been eliminated from the competition. Lamasia, I know you must be worried yesterday while watching that very game, because first off, they lost their first game against Senegal, the defending champions. People said, okay, let's absolve them of the blame because Senegal were a very strong opponent and, of course, a defending champion. But then against, the Sudanese side, where they needed all 3 points, they actually fumbled, conceding one, not just 1, 2, 3, 4 goals to nothing. Now, let me ask the question here. Will you attribute the poor outing of the home-based Eagles to, the poor structure of the league? Or will you attribute it to the coaching ineptitude, or better still, the unseriousness on the side of the players? Which do you go?
Well, first off, I must say that that encounter against Sudan by our home-based Eagles was actually a very, very disappointing one. No Nigerian soccer pundit, soccer fan, actually expected that result. It was a national disgrace against Sudan. Now, you're talking about what was responsible for their poor outing against Sudan and, the previous match they played. The 3 reasons you outlined, I don't want to leave one aside. One, talking about the poor managerial input by the coach. Eric Charles, no doubt, is a wonderful coach, but I think with home-based Eagles, he had not done quite well with them. Losing to Sudan by 4 goals to nothing was actually very, very shameful. Very, very shameful. Then the unseriousness from the players should also be considered. This is Sudan, for God's sake. Sudan you are not playing against a country like Egypt, like South Africa, like Algeria or Tunisia. You are playing Sudan. And you're supposed to understand that you are not just going there to play, you are defending the nation. You are defending our flag. You are defending Nigeria as a country. Go out and allow yourself to be defeated in that manner that Sudan did to the Super Eagles home base was actually shameful, as I said. But then, how is our league? Because every home-based player is a product of the league, the Nigerian league. Oftentimes we hear our administrators coming up to tell us how wonderful, how well equipped, how fast growing the Nigerian league is. But the truth is that the match against Sudan has actually opened the eyes of Nigerians and the world in general to understand that the Nigerian league, compared to other leagues in Africa, is actually lagging behind. 5 days ago, CAF released the update for African clubs' latest ranking. And I want to tell you that no club in Nigeria was able to rank from 1 to 20. Rivers United was ranked 24th or 23rd, I don't know.
24th.
24th. Enimba of Aba, 35th. These are the 2 Nigerian clubs that were rated in that particular broadcast. This is to tell you how poorly our league is managed. So I want to unequivocally here say that the reasons for their poor performance, one, is the unproductive nature of our league. How badly our league is managed. Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Is it by paper? When it comes to footballing activities, Nigeria is among the best in Africa. And most times we bank on our foreign players, those based in overseas, forgetting to channel our resources, our grooming resources to our home-based players. If these home-based players are well taken care of, well nurtured, if our league is well taken care of, well nurtured, well planned, well executed, I want to tell you that the home-based players will be actually displaying how well, how good our league is. So their poor acting can be attributed to how poorly our league has been managed.
So invariably, you are saying that the poor outing of the home-based Eagles is as a reflection of how our league is. You talked about the rating being Rivers United being one of the, in short, the only highest rated.
Rivers United, 24th position.
Yeah, 24th position in terms of CAF rating.
Yeah.
Among all of these, challenges and setback that you've pointed, what is the way forward for our league?
Good. Most times we keep talking about way forward, going back to the drawing board. Is turning to, a slogan. What is the way forward? When we mention the way forward, when we outline them, our administrators willing, to listen and go back to the drawing board. One, it is disheartening that every player based in Nigeria want to play abroad. When an opportunity comes, maybe from Angola, they want to run. When an opportunity comes to Sudan, it's as if you are in Europe. The league should be managed and make more interesting. The league should be managed in such a way that our players should be proud and bold enough to play in our leagues. Not running to Angola, running to Sudan, running to even Ethiopia to play football, while we have a functional league in Nigeria. So I want to call on our sports administrators to channel our resources to our league. Let us develop our league in such a manner that other leagues in Africa can also be jealous of our performance. Now, let me be specific here. What is the match bonus for players? A player came out one day, few days ago, and criticized a particular club, telling us how poorly they were paid, talking about their match bonuses. Another one is how wonderful is our officiating. Now, I know we have some good stadia that can be improved. But again, it is only what do you call that stadium at Stadium that is FIFA approved, CAF approved in the whole of Nigeria. It's not a good one. We need to improve our stadia. We need to improve the quality of football we play. We need to improve how much our players are earning. And that is why when they receive a tiny offer from outside the country, they just abandon the league. All our best players are leaving us because they are not earning much. We need to make this league very, very lucrative. I know that the government can't do all of them. But then, there is need to also have sponsors. It's only when a business is yielding positive results that sponsors can come in. For now, there is no sponsor or investor that want to invest in a business that is not sure of. When we make our league attractive and lucrative, then investors and sponsors, will be running in. And that is how it is. So when we work on this, I think our league will be improved. And let us not forget in a hurry that this is Nigeria we're talking about. We are the giant of Africa. Nigeria being the giant of Africa shouldn't be by paper alone. It should be by performance. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, foreign base, I know they are trying. They are doing everything humanly possible within their reach professionally to represent the country well. But when we now bank on the home-based Eagles, that is when we are indirectly telling them this is the product of our leagues.
Now, another vital and salient point I want us to discuss about is the players. You've outlined some of the setbacks in terms of the league, poor organization. You talked about the refereeing of the officiating issues. But then, the home-based Eagles, this was supposed to be a crucial opportunity for some of these players, to, of course, sell themselves to the world.
Exactly.
And then again, considering the fact that a few days ago or a few weeks ago, we saw the massive financial reward, given by Mr. President to the Tigers and then, of course, the Super Falcons. Don't you think as a player, even if we know that the league is not well managed or okay, that should have been a singular opportunity for some of these, in fact, for all these players to market themselves to the global world? So, on that regard, don't you think that the players are also culpable of this poor outing?
Yes, I mentioned the players too, their seriousness, because losing 4-0 to Sudan, it's unthinkable. Nobody will accept it. It's quite unacceptable by me, sincerely speaking. In their case, I think they also failed to represent the country very, very well. But then, we should understand that you cannot give what you don't have. Even though the president come up to promise you $200 million, and you cannot win this thing, you'll be trashed. Because you're not going there to fight, you're going there to play the game. So if you don't play better, definitely your opponent will win you. So in a game of football, sometimes all these promises can motivate a player to play better. But then you will be motivated to play better when you have the quality to play better. Okay? So that's just what played out here. There is no how they can give what they don't have, even though let it be that heaven and earth has been promised to give to them. Okay? But then, as you said, I want to believe that they should have understood that even though there are so many lapses coming from our team, maybe from the coaching crew too, as a player, this is the right time for me to market myself. This is the right time for me to show the world what I'm made of. This is the world to prove to the world that I am hugely talented. But unfortunately, that never played out. So I think the players too are capable of what we are talking about here.
All right.